Welcome to the first episode of Built by Becker Cribs. We just finished this project and we're gonna check it out.
Got to unlock the door.
Thanks for having us. Where should we start?
First of all, thanks for this. It looks freaking sick. But you guys are gonna notice we got hit by Hurricane Milton.
Ian, then Milton.
There is too many hurricanes.
Twice we've had to redo this place.
Way too. Yes. So the first thing was we had to do all the floors down here. This is all my wife's doing, by the way. She said do it. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, and we were grateful for that because your wife was so detail-oriented with her selections and the paint colors and the ideas for all of the work for us helping put this place back together. I mean, at one point you had water coming in the roof, you had water that breached your sandbags, and this whole place was underwater at one point. So it's really made a turnaround.
I was super skeptical about this idea, but diagonal floorboards, I think one of your guys suggested it, and I was like, that's just gonna look terrible. It looks freaking sick.
Pretty nice.
But then we had like a white framing to everything else to match like the feeling of the roof and give it like a two-tone feeling, so. It
turned out well. I mean, considering that all this drywall was cut out from the leaks,
yeah.
You guys added the wainscoting over here to kind of match the windows, which were also leaking from the hurricane. And then we added this little breezeway through.
This was like the really exciting part. We're still finishing the stairs, but what we wanted to create was a man cave that felt completely separate from the house. Because this is obviously very feminine. I can say that in a pink robe, but this is very feminine.
The wife did a great job of decorating and pulling all these wonderful furniture pieces together to tie with the flooring and the colors. So what you're telling me is up here,
you'll actually feel like you're in a completely different house. The goal with this was to make it feel completely separate from...
do I need a robe or is my attire fine?
Honestly, I am cooking in this right now. I'm like actually trying to get out of it. Like Florida is not robe friendly after like 7 a.m. So you come in here.
Wow. Now, when you said you wanted green paint on the walls, I was like, no way. But you were adamant about that.
This color is Hunt Club Green.
I feel like I'm in a hunt club, and then the way you've brought in the dark leather love seat and chair, pulled it together with a rug, a nice table. You have all of the design aspects that we talk about here on Built by Becker.
How often do you guys talk about having a Playboy magazine on the entry?
Now, we don't talk about that quite often, but we do talk about how vintage items can be brought into a new space and make it your own and personal and individual to that particular area.
Part of me while I get changed, but
he said part of me. He said part of me why he gets changed. Here at Built by Becker, we show all behind the scenes. We are not afraid to show you what it takes to complete not only the project, but the content. Guys, I hope you're enjoying this. This is not only gonna be informational, but entertainment. And that's what we're trying to do here. We really can't trust what you're saying without a floral shirt on anyways. I mean, that's kind of your thing.
Like I said before, the feeling of this is you wanna feel like you're just automatically taken away from outside.
I like the wainscoting. This is a particularly nice painting.
Yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
His acting needs to be improved on. One thing we wanted to do was create a secret room.
I forgot that we installed this.
You'll notice in the background, I wanted to create like a John Wick feel. It's currently a John needs to clean feel on this side.
I feel that's a motif that's consistent through your house.
What, John Wick or need clean?
The need cleaning.
Yes.
Yeah. It's okay.
Two kids, man.
But this is real life. This is not fake. This is not staged. We're here on a project that we've recently completed.
It was semi-staged.
Yes.
Oh, and there's a second actual secret door that we haven't installed. We'll come back to that though. But another issue we had was there was a manhole here that went into the attic space and it's real ugly. So same thing, we use this wainscoting
to create another door space. We have
3 of these and then we've just basically overlapped the wainscoting here so that we're actually going to install a push hinge on the inside. So then that way you can just open it up and then close back again.
So is it safe to say that once a unused storage room for your extra stuff, which we see is now everywhere in your house, this has now turned into a $10,000 man cave?
In terms of increasing value of the home, I'm really struggling to do it my shirt.
Yeah.
This added a bedroom to the house as well, because technically this is going to be a bedroom.
This man cave actually increased the value of the home.
Yeah.
So the bathroom, the closets, the point of egress, the room itself could either be a mother-in-law suite or possibly another child's room.
Well, that was one thing we found really weird is this when we bought it, it was classified as a bedroom, but it was like, because there was no wall. It'd be just very weird if you're sleeping here and someone can just go in the front door and walk straight upstairs. But
so what was here was no wall.
No wall. You guys put up the wall. Very Trump of you. But again, to like section it off.
Yes.
And then that also then allowed us, because the steps go through that wall back there, we were like, let's add a second closet.
Yeah.
This was such a small area. I didn't want it to be like door. Like there'd be 4 effective doors.
So the hidden doors, they add an intrigue that you just can't find anywhere. And then especially when you store firearms.
Yes.
Which is, it's a big deal here in America.
America loves it.
Yeah.
I'm embracing your culture.
You are. We're proud of our Australian friend here.
And wave my
and we actually say hi to the viewers, because I think we have around 17% of our viewers are from Australia. Yeah. So we're super happy about that. Thank you guys from down under. Our star of the show today is Mr. Blake, and he is from Australia. So
on my YouTube channel, your team is semi-responsible for my current drama I'm experiencing my HOA.
Which is great.
Well, yeah, you guys parked on the grass this much, and then I got citations. So, I'm going to show you a couple of things. You'll see little Doug the dog. You'll see that he has a grass pendant. We have a rap song coming out dedicated to grass.
Because
HOAs
Becker Custom Builders parked on the grass and caused a citation from the HOA.
Citation warning, at least. They didn't find me. But they wanted to find me for one of your guys parking ever so slightly on the grass.
We apologize for that. Our subcontractors are great. They're responsible. But every now and then they make a mistake, and parking on the grass is a huge thing around here.
Yeah, they take it very seriously. But so do I. Over here, I need your opinion on this, Becker. I've got to figure out where I can put this, but where this basically don't tread on me grass.
Don't tread on me grass.
Yeah, very patriotic.
Very patriotic, very Australian.
And American, because
This is basically you.
Basically.
In a flag. Now, do you need Becker Custom Builders to help you hang that outside?
I might need a little help.
Now, let's talk about this bar, because this is a modern element in a probably more traditional style room. You have a lot of dark woods. You have the dark hunter green, club green for the paint job. Even your lighting fixtures speak more to a more traditional look. Here, it still kind of ties in. This is what we like with individual and personal design, is you can take a room that's traditional and bring in a contemporary touch. These are accents that make the space your own, not just traditional in a box of this room is considered traditional.
I mean, full disclosure, most of this is from Amazon. This is how we keep the price down for a couple of things. Now, this is not as fancy as your stuff.
We're trying to keep the budget in here under 10,000, guys. Yeah. And that was the goal. So we will tailor a project to the individual, not just what we want to do, because if it was up to me, this would have been a $100,000 man cave, but where we kept it in that $10,000 budget, and per the square footage, this is just a good project for us.
Like we really started from almost.
And we spent $100,000 downstairs, so that was the whole project was a good project, but this room itself.
And like we had definitely like a theme too. Like you can tell, even the vents, they're gold. These are obnoxious. This was like the thing where what's this normally if it's plastic, like 80 cents, 90 cents from Home Depot.
Maybe $1.25.
Okay, cool. This was like these covers, and even we've got the gold ones or the bronze on the outlets. They were like $7 each. So it was like 120, 150 bucks just on outlets. But what I wanted to do was have like a tea thing. Like I'm a little bit obnoxious with drinking tea.
The robe and the tea, but it's a man cave.
I ended up having a little tea station.
So maybe a softer man cave.
Tea's very masculine.
It is.
It is.
Okay, I like that. For all of you tea drinkers out there. So here is a design topic that we talk on a lot of our videos about, which is layered lighting. Usually having some sort of ceiling lighting or task lighting, they call that. And then having the lamps and the accent lighting and all three together tie in. But in such a small space with the vaulted ceiling, I think it works because you have a very low spot over there. So where would you actually put the light? It really makes sense and it works in this setting. So I just want you guys to know that not only do we talk about these design ideas, do we talk about what works and what doesn't work in people's homes, we actually practice it when we're building these spaces out.
When you first walk into the room, I wanted that like wow factor. They get it from her first when they come up the stairs, but then when you walk in, what's the thing you're gonna see? That's why I wanted the bar originally there, because you have this like big piece to look at. But the problem was my desk is in that corner. I didn't want the desk here because because then that breaks up everything.
I personally feel that when you come in, this is more of a statement piece to the rest of your furnishings and your style and design that's in here. This is a nice little side component, accent component, to where this is really the full look and depth of the design and direction.
Yeah.
This room has a lot of impact in such a very small space.
I mean, even things down to like the cat. The cat clock is so obnoxious.
Hands down the coolest part of the room.
But it was like, we didn't want to put too much on this wall because everything else has something big on it that we want to have that small. And then even in the bathroom, we didn't, in an ideal world, we'd tear this down, but.
Brought in everything from out there into in here.
Brought in here.
Some of the modern touches, but yet still sticking to the traditional look.
One thing I also wanted to do was like a theme of cigars. So like, go to a cigar shop, $3, and then that's just like I even bought gold things like keeping in.
Of course you
theme.
did. Yes.
And then it was also because I wanted to keep it in theme with good old Afira beef tallow. Go to feelafira.com.
Only the best beef tallow for this man's face.
Just put my beef on your face.
You heard it here
I don't
first.
own the company though, but it's fantastic. But, and the last thing, you're like this. Every time I pee, I framed this because I spent $3,000 on this Pokémon card. It's now worth $1,200. So every time I pee in the morning, I remind myself of how I pissed away money.
Yes.
And it's a good reminder to think twice before I purchase something. It's like everything in this has something
attached to you personally. And that's what a space is all about, right?
Yeah.
It's not about what I want to build. It's about what you want to live in on a daily basis. And to me, that's very important. And that's why the communication, the client interaction, and trying to get that desired final piece, you know, to all come together to make the project work for the individual.
Yeah. Now that we've been in here long enough,
We want to get out.
you leave and you forget you were here. It's like all of a sudden you're just like this.
Wait a second,
energy
it's yeah, I smell it. It's different out here.
It smells like fish.
Maybe,
I
did you?
cooked earlier.
Oh, yeah. Well, the kitchen's nice too. Oh, well, thanks for having us.
Get out.
Good game.